So hello and welcome to the next short, this time, video about training design. I'm practicing speaking slower and more clearly. So if this is way too slow, please let me know and I will gladly speed up. Anyhow, today the point of the video is talking about something that was famously quoted by Mies van der Rohe, the icon of modernism, who created the German pavilion in Barcelona. Less is more. Less is more. Such an obvious thing, right? So we spent the whole day today in a TEDx rehearsal for the June event. And one of the key things I learned about feedback in the trainings where I was a participant is that just because I have a lot of feedback to give, just because I have a lot to pour into somebody, does not mean that they have the same capacity to receive. At this point in time, at this point in the day, at this point in the conversation, at this point in the relationship. In fact, why? It doesn't really matter. But what matters is, just because I want to give this much, doesn't mean the person is able to receive it, or doesn't mean the person wants to receive it. And in fact, this is all that matters. Now, how does that relate to training design? As a trainer, especially if you spent years and years and years honing your craft, perfecting and practicing and collecting the best practice, collecting tips from TED Talk speakers, I'm talking here public speaking, collecting best practices from Ivy League schools or some Pitchmaster videos. You have all of this world of information that you'd like to share. At the same time, the space and time, and the most precious thing ever, the attention that the participant gives me, is this. And this is a small part of their day, an even smaller part of their week, and an even smaller part of their life. But they give me this, and it's a huge privilege. And I don't want to waste it. So less is more means I know where my person is, I know where they're starting at, that's the point A. I know where their north is, and I can help them get to point B. If that's the north or not, or if that's a point towards the north, is not up to me. But as a trainer, as a person designing their learning experience, I'm there to serve. So practically what that means, instead of 5 exercises that are going to be overwhelming, choose 3 and think of ways to help your participant internalize those exercises. Could it be through touch? Could it be through smell? Could it be through vision? Could it be through role play? How can you make it an experience that is going to be in them, not just go into their head and then be forgotten? How can you do less with them but make them feel learning? How can you leave a dent in their perception of the world that will help them get from point A to point B? Because that's what you're there to do as a trainer, not to take them along on the whole journey. So yeah, less is more in training design. Seems such an obvious thing, but I, with all of my good intentions, notice again and again how I try to pack so much more into a couple of hour training than is physically possible and then is good for my participants. So that's my personal learning and something I try to stick to. Thank you very much for watching the videos and see you the next time.